Where's the plutonium?
With Jedburgh.
Where's Jedburgh?
I don't know.
What happened?
We found the hot cell.
And?
Where am I?
You're in an American Air Force hospital.
I feel sick.
Radiation, Craven. Nausea is the first of its symptoms.
How bad is it?
It's bad. It's important, old chap, that you tell me everything you know. They found the hot cell. It had been sealed off. Apparently, there'd been some sort of explosion resulting in massive radiation. Anyway, Jedburgh went in and located the plutonium and carried it out in a Harrods bag.
Has Craven got any idea where Jedburgh went?
He said his last words were something about meeting Moriarty at the falls.
If there's an Irish component to this, I shall retire.
They all drowned.
Dad.
What's that?
Present.
It's black.
It's an Arctic flower.
They all drowned.
I know. I was there.
Why didn't you tell me?
Dad, you were on their side.
No!
I'm Nielsen.
Manners. What happened?
There's been a shootout. Jedburg and 3 of my men.
Where's Jedburg?
He got away.
What about the plutonium?
He took it with him.
Sir! We found another one!
4 of my men.
What about the police?
No, I haven't called them yet.
Oh, this girl's no slouch.
Right, Morag, I'll go with the 4. Put the pressure on, okay? Right.
You're in with a chance, my dear.
What you think, Pete?
6 inches in the right.
A piece of cake.
Should be.
Bloody good shot.
Well done, Darius.
Home again, jiggity jig. You all right, old sport?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You're not looking too good.
I think an old lady in there is trying to poison me. I'll see you later.
Mr. Jedburger. You forgot your sandwich again today, Mr. Jedburger.
Miss Gervin, mince between 2 slices of white bread. It's not my idea of lunch. Hell, I'd rather eat the damn Bible.
Mr. Jedburger.
Jedburg. Hernandez? ¿Cómo está? Darius Jedburg. You recuérdame. Look, I'm the hombre who put the bomb in your bus about a year or so ago, knocked out about half your... Yeah, that's right, Hack. Man, yeah. Yeah, the gringo from Texas. Hey, listen. Miller Hernandez, I'm taking a vacation in Scotland. It's in Great Britain. Yeah, kill Michael. Kill as in Muerta, you know, death, murder. Michael as in St. Michael, the patron saint of the CIA. I know he's your patron saint, Hernandez, but haven't you wised up yet? Every time you pray to him, he sends a copy to the agency.
Harcourt,
It's Clementine. I'm with Craven.
what made him skip?
He saw a lead coffin. It had his name on it.
And at least he knows his days are numbered.
Yes, he does. That's why he wants to find Jedburgh, and he wants a guarantee that he won't be hassled.
And to get back the plutonium?
Yes. He feels that's his responsibility.
Well, tell him to try Scotland. Grogan's there. He's at a conference at the Glen Eagles Hotel.
This business at Northmoor.
Yes?
The minister wants to know whether you sanctioned the operation.
Well, in a roundabout way, yes.
Darius Jedburgh.
Oh, Tuffy? How they hanging?
Never better. Oh, this is Carl Balogin, Brookings Institute.
Hello, Colonel. How are you?
Pleased to meet you. Is Jerry Grogan coming?
No, I'm told he'll be late. Business in London.
How many bodies?
4, Minister.
And 3 at the plant?
Makes 7.
Well, how long do you think this sort of thing can go on for?
Until he's caught.
Do you think he's mad?
Well, he wasn't before, but he certainly is now.
Now, this is the report on IIF.
It's a copy. We sent the original to the Director of Public Prosecutions.
Why?
Because it proves that there is a hot cell at Northmoor, built in contravention of IAEA safeguards.
It was never under IAEA safeguards.
The contamination in the reservoir can now be traced directly to it. They are liable to prosecution under the Radioactive Substances Act of 1960.
Is this really within your brief, Harcourt?
Northmoor was producing plutonium illegally, contrary to the Nuclear Installations Act of 1968, the NPT, and every other international agreement. They are breaking every law in the nuclear rule book.
Northmoor was producing very small quantities of plutonium by a secret laser process, which was classified as experimental. I knew about it, and so did a number of my colleagues.
You knew about it?
From day one. An experimental station with a defense component is not subject to any of the restrictions you've just quoted.
I don't understand. I mean, if you knew what caused the contamination, why was I brought in to investigate it?
Because the Americans became suspicious.
So my involvement was purely part of a deception plan?
Yes, if you like.
But you must have known that I would find out what was going on in the end.
Yes, of course I did. I just thought you might take a little longer to do it, that's all. And you might have used slightly less unorthodox methods of breaching the mine than the likes of Craven and Jedburgh.
I will not withdraw that report.
Well, that's up to the Cabinet, but I'd like to suggest that it's your duty to get the plutonium back, since you were ultimately responsible for its removal.
How long have you got?
3 days like this, and then it's rapidly downhill. Or so I'm told.
What are you going to do about it?
I don't know. I'd like to find Jedburgh first, if I can.
He still has the plutonium.
I know.
You know I'm very fond of you. And if there's any way I can
You've
help...
already been an enormous help.
You can't die alone, Ronnie.
Why not? We all do, you know. I left a report of my investigation so far with my bank manager. If you give him this, He'll give the report to you. It was going to the Chief Constable. I'd rather Gaia have it. Don't try and come after me.
Let's find our way through to Hi, Tabby. Will your family go? Fine.
Excuse me a second.
I haven't seen you all day.
Ah, Bobby.
Hello, Darius. What the hell are you doing here?
Fulfilling a long-standing engagement.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second NATO conference on directed energy weapons.
Hello, Pendleton.
This is Bennett. Who? Bennett. I'm speaking from the Gleneagles Hotel in Scotland. Jedburgh is here. At the conference on the platform, about to take part in a debate on the high frontier. What are you going to do about it?
The question is, how high is high? With the latest Star Wars technology, are we on the edge of a new space race? And what does that presage for the future of that other race, the human race?
Look, I have my own sources in Washington, and they've sent me a complete rundown of what's going on there.
You believe what comes out of Washington, you naive.
I've had a call from Bennett. Jedburgh's at Gleneagles, and he's not playing golf.
What's up? No time to talk. You'll have to go straight onto the platform.
Where's Jedburgh?
He's inside. Darius Jedburgh is an old friend. For several years before his posting to London as an energy attaché at the US Embassy, Colonel Jedburgh reported directly to the Director of Scientific Intelligence at Langley. In his time, he's also been a member of the Standing Committee on Nuclear Material Safeguards and the International Anti-Terrorism Committee. Finally, I'm sure that my last guest needs no introduction. Our first nuclear entrepreneur, the president of the Fusion Corporation of Kansas, the Henry Ford of the Sunrise Industries. Ladies and gentlemen, Jerry C. Grogan.
Smells like plutonium.
And so, without more ado, to open our debate tonight on the future of space, I call upon the president of the Fusion Corporation, Kansas, Jerry Grogan.
Ladies and gentlemen, I must apologize for my late arrival. However, I did not want to leave London until I had confirmation that my company's bid for international irradiated fuels is to be allowed to stand. It is.
The decision this morning to allow the bid to proceed from the Fusion Corporation of Kansas for international irradiated fuels, the British private nuclear waste plant, was greeted in the city with cautious optimism. Fusion, which is rumored to be a strong contender for substantial contracts for President Reagan's Star Wars program, will bring to the British company fresh capital and a new sense of purpose. There's still strong opposition to the sale in some quarters. At a NATO conference at Gleneagles Hotel this morning,
When we unlock a chain reaction, the energy which is compressed in it was put there in the first 10 seconds of the universe's existence. That is an awesome thing, ladies and gentlemen. We are tapping into the very source of God's creation. Today we have access to that power, but we do not control it. And that is the sole purpose of my corporation, to find a way to control it. When we have done so, we can say for the first time in the history of the planet, man will be in charge.
That's enough, Dad.
What we're trying to do in Kansas at the moment is to take the plutonium bomb and explode it in a vessel not much larger than the circumference of my arms, and to control the energy in there. By harnessing that energy, we can direct it in the form of lasers halfway across the world to shoot down enemy rockets before they leave their silos. That is the capability for which we are aiming. It will cost us billions of dollars to get there. But in the end, it'll be worth it.
You're getting angry again.
I'm dying.
Do you regret it?
I feel so much is left undone.
Other people will continue the job. You'll be with me.
I still don't understand.
Dad, it's happened before, you know. Millions of years ago, when the Earth was cold, it looked as if life on the planet would cease to exist. But black flowers began to grow, multiplying across its face till the entire landscape was covered in blooms. Slowly, the blackness of the flowers sucked in the heat of the sun, and life began to evolve again. That is the power of Gaia.
It'll take more than a black flower to save us this time.
This time when it comes, it will melt the polar ice cap. Millions will die. The planet will protect itself. It's important to realize that. If man is the enemy, it will destroy him.
Is this some kind of warning?
All I'm saying is don't spend your last hours seeking revenge, Dad. The planet will do it for us. In time.
I believe that fusion motors will power the great spaceships of the 21st century, which will leave the Earth in their hundreds to colonize the solar system. That, ultimately, is what the phrase high frontier means. The historical expansion of man into space, with all the parallels it evokes of the rigors and heroism of America's 19th century trek westward. Like our forefathers, we will be escaping poverty and tyranny. And as in the past, war will provide the anvil upon which our technologies will be...
On their way.
I foresee within the next 100 years the beginning of man as an interplanetary being, a celestial warrior, and furthermore, a solar empire for the United States of America and her allies. Looking at our overpopulated, overexhausted planet, I don't see how we can turn our backs on such a future, no matter what it costs or how long it takes.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. $500,000 million for a defense system for Washington, D.C. seems a bit pricey to me, and I don't live there.
He has to be stopped. He runs an accredited speaker and is sick.
He will say things better left unsaid.
That audience is 100% secure. They can take anything he can throw at them.
Jerry Grogan suggests that in 100 years from now, the human race will leave the planet and move into space. Now, Jerry's a hell of a salesman. He's got the gift of making such an unappetizing idea sound attractive. Now, the way Jerry tells it, sounds just like an extension of the old Oregon Trail. Calls for the same American virtues of self-reliance, independence, know-how. But it is not going to be that way. This new international nuclear state that Jerry's a part of, they do not cherish such virtues. You got that straight from the horse's mouth, because I used to be a part of it. Now, read between the lines of a Jerry Grogan speech. You will find not the frontiersman, but the Teutonic Knight. Not democracy, but a despotism. This future nuclear state will be an absolute state, whose authority will derive not from the people, but from the possession of plutonium. And just to make sure we all know what we're talking about here, I brought some of this stuff along with me today. Two bars of weapons-grade plutonium. I stole this stuff on orders, straight out of Jerry's latest acquisition. And 24 people have died for this stuff, including me. And all I have to do is bring these bars together. We'll have a criticality.
Careful, terrorists.
400 rads, ladies and gentlemen. A lethal dose to anyone within a radius of 10 yards. Get it while it's hot. What's the matter? Don't y'all want to be part of the new age of plutonium literacy? Don't you want to see mankind become enslaved to this new priesthood of plutonium culture? See the Earth become a desert, all its natural resources plundered, to build some new Jerusalem in the Milky Way?
Why did you let him go?
We had no alternative.
None?
He still has 20 kilos.
In explosive configuration. His words.
$20 kilos enough?
To dispose of the east coast of Scotland, yes.
If he was going to do that, he would have done it by now.
Nobody was prepared to take that chance.
Instead of which, a particularly sensitive relationship between you and my government is now public property.
We could have had a catastrophe in there.
Colonel. What did he say about Northmore?
Not much. The whole hall was in such a state of pandemonium, I doubt if anyone noticed. The man is quite insane. He completely misread Jerry's argument.
Did he? I thought he put his finger right on it. Either we stay or we go.
Go where? Well then, what are we going to do next? We shall have to find him.
I think we should leave it to Craven.
Bennett?
There are alternatives.
The telephone call from Inspector Craven for Mr. Harcourt.
Would you have any objection if we left it to Craven?
As long as he finds the plutonium, it's okay by me.
Well, Harcourt, you'd better make sure that he's fully briefed, hadn't you?
He used to play here twice a week. Said he felt at home.
When did you see him last?
Oh, a couple of days now. He was a good loser, which is just as well, because we have a lot of strong players.
Okay, that's fine, thanks.
Oh.
Who's that man?
Nallers. He drinks at the Chelsea Barracks. He's rumoured to be the state executioner.
Who would he be after up here?
Could be you, old boy. The minister didn't take too kindly to that report of yours. But it's more likely to be Jedburgh. Ah, good. Thank you.
I thought I ordered oatcakes.
What took you so long?
How have you been feeling?
Sick. Boy, have I ever been sick. You come along?
Yeah. What the hell are you doing up here?
Mostly dying. About the farm, boy. You talk to Harcourt?
Last night.
He tell you I was at Glen Eagles?
Yeah. You caused quite a stir.
Nothing on TV, though, I see.
No, they got that screwed down tight.
Yeah. What about you?
What about me?
Well, how long you got?
2 weeks.
It's too bad. It was a hell of a mission, though, huh?
You didn't complete it.
Well, they were waiting for me with guns, weren't they? My own people, Craven, they started shooting at me. Honor went out the window the day they invented that stuff.
Do you know what Harcourt told me last night? Grogan had reached the conclusion that the inquiry would stop the takeover, so he decided to get the plutonium another way. Then he thought of you. Who would walk into a cave full of radiation? You would, given the right scenario. All he had to do was make a call to Washington to make sure they fed you the right orders. They didn't just betray you. They made a fool of you.
No shit, Sherlock. Think I didn't figure that out?
Where is the plutonium?
It's in the bottom of a lock.
And what shape is it in?
Well, it's in pretty good shape. I packed it in chalk. And at its core, I put a pound of plastic explosive.
You turned it into a bomb?
Yeah.
Why?
Because that's a problem with plutonium, Craven. It's limited in its application. It's not user-friendly, but as a vehicle for regaining one's self-respect, ooh, it's got a lot going for it. Damn right I turned it into a bomb.
Is it armed? Fused?
There's a detonator, if that's what you mean. It's a plutonium bullet.
Will it work?
Well, fired from a high-velocity rifle, it just might.
A nuclear explosion?
Be one hell of a way to go, huh?
Seems rather hard on the rest of Scotland.
Yeah, that's what I thought, too. Especially the golf courses. So I decided against it.
What other ideas have you had to end it all?
Well, I called up this especially humorless bastard called Hernandez. He runs this rinky-dinky terrorist outfit. Now, I'm supposed to be on his death list. So I invited him up. He hadn't showed.
Where's the plutonium?
Loch Leadnock, 10 miles west of here, by the dam.
Mind if I use the phone?
You gonna call Harcourt?
Yes.
He'll only turn it over to Grogan. They'll screw you the same way they screwed me.
I'll have to take that chance.
Craven, they'll trace the call.
They?
The opposition. They'll come looking for us.
If we're lucky, they will.
Pendleton.
I found him.
What about the stuff?
Loch Leadnock, by the dam. Be careful, it's packaged. I'll meet you there tomorrow, 8 o'clock.
Well, has he got it?
He knows where it is. We meet him 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Loch Nednock.
He'll be dead by then. I just hope he gave you the right instructions.
It was the year of the preacher.
It was the time of the
It was the time of the preacher. In the year of '01.
When you think it's all over, it has only begun.
And I cried like a baby.
And you screamed like a panther in the middle of
Yeah, you remember
the night.
Craven. And he saddled his pony. And he went for a ride.
I am no longer seeking vengeance.
You know what you are, Craven? You're something special. You've been freeze-dried from some earlier epoch, just waiting for this to happen.
Waiting for what to happen?
All this. The confrontation between good and evil.
What side are you on?
Side of the angels, boy. Always have been.
Jedburgh. You are not, and never will be, on the side of the angels.
There are angels who will stand by me. St. Michael, for instance.
Then you do believe in Gaia?
As an idea, or what?
As an idea.
I mean, do I believe that the Earth Goddess will defend itself against all dangers?
Including man.
Man will always win against nature. You were saying?
I think you're wrong. On my way here, I had a weird conversation with Emma. She warned me about a black flower, which she said would spread across the northern hemisphere and melt the polar ice cap.
Grogan would zap it.
She said that the planet would turn against mankind and destroy him.
You been to Afghanistan, Craven?
Is this relevant?
I was out there last year studying the drinking habits of the Russian soldiers. Now, they'll drink anything, as long as it's alcohol-based. Glycol, antifreeze, brake fluid. But the black flowers were out there, Craven, up on the mountains. The Afghans eat them.
I think you're taking the piss, Jedburgh.
I am merely confirming the existence of the black flowers. And if Grogan don't zap them, the Afghans will. Ah, shit.
I think you're wrong. If there is a battle between the planet and mankind, the planet will win.
Where's they gonna leave you?
On the side of the planet.
You wanna wait for him inside? Or you wanna go outside and meet him head on?
I don't see the point of moving from this spot.
All it is, Craven, to take as many of the bastards with us as we can.
Why?
Because they're gonna have our ass.
Well, what's the next one? Geneva.
Nuclear non-proliferation treatment.
Same old circuit.
Well, we get some new faces, and of course the old ones drop out.
What's for pudding?
You will come tomorrow?
Yes, I'd like to swim off Sizewell in the afternoon. There's always talk about a nuclear state, and every weekend sees one of us swimming up and down outside some nuclear power station while the world's press takes snaps from a safe distance offshore. Makes me sick.
How sick?
Colonel Jedburgh?
Yes, sir.
What's the problem?
No problem.
Normally, I don't drink champagne. But tonight's an exception, I think.
Miss Craven?
Just do it.
Do it!
No, no, old son. You're on our side.
I am not on your side!
My dear Clemmy, within hours of Jedburgh's death and in conditions of great secrecy, the plutonium was recovered from Loch Leitner. It was an IIF show. No one else would take responsibility for the stuff. Certainly not Her Majesty's government. Myself and Pendleton turned up just to show the flag and to remind Grogan that this was only the first round.
What's the hitch?
Ah, yes. Grogan was there, watching the proceedings like some 20th century vampire. Although after his exposure to Jedburgh's plutonium at the conference, I don't hold out much for his chances. You asked about Craven. Oh, the last we saw of him was up on the hill overlooking the loch. staring down at us like a wild animal. Neither myself nor Pendleton felt it appropriate to wave. Besides, by my reckoning, he was not long for this world. When we left, he was still on the hill. I only wish we could have shouted out some words of comfort. Told him that in the end, the Earth, Emma's beloved Gaia, would be saved from ultimate destruction, and that the good in all of us would prevail. But in the circumstances, I don't think he would have believed it. As we drove down the valley, I thought I heard a cry, but it was lost in the noise of the helicopter. When I looked back, he was gone.